Welcome back, everybody. Yes, so this apartment has decided to bring a very exotic name to help increase its luxurious feeling, its prestige, its sort of attraction. However, at a length of 25 Korean characters, reading, where is it? Gwangju Cheonnam Innovation City, Taebang Elium Royal County. This apartment complex has earned the longest title for a complex name. Unfortunately, this trend has been going on for a while, and people who do live at this complex and similar ones are having a hard time remembering where they live. If they're asked about their address, oftentimes they'll have to bring out something and be like, it's this and this and this and this. I've also had this issue before, and I'll talk about it a little bit as I go through the article. But these building companies, construction companies, otherwise known as, are doing this, like I said, for that prestige. Adding these random English words and longer titles and where kind of like landmarks in the area or the city name, it kind of gathers this idea that you are a step above those who live in just like green villa apartments, right? And so there was that trend that has just been getting longer and longer. Well, as I said before, this has come into some multiple issues. Number one is remembering, but among remembering, it is having English in the titles. A lot of people not only don't really remember the English names because they tend to be a bit not common English words. Something like green might be fine, but innovation might be a little bit more difficult. And also the spelling of it in Korean increases length because it is a foreign word, especially English word. And so it is also difficult to write out. And for my personal problem, length is an issue when you are trying to enter in your address to anywhere except Korea. So if you want to get an international package and you're buying internationally and you try to enter in an apartment complex name, they're like, sorry, you've exceeded the 25 characters. And you're like, but it's not my address. It's not my address. And so you finesse the address in different ways to try to fit it into the 3 different sections that you have. And you're cutting out some stuff that you're like, hope they don't need that. And then just praying that the thing gets to where it needs to go, your home. So this is an issue in many different ways. Now, the government has seen this, Korean government has seen this, and has said, maybe for the ease of people, the protection of the Korean language, and of course, the address sort of difficulty, we're going to start to encourage, not regulate, but encourage a sort of shortening of these names, keeping maybe more pure Korean or at least common Korean words instead of too complicated foreign titles, and kind of pushing that down the line. This feels kind of like a soft release to a more hardline regulation in the future. But until then, it is just an encouragement to these construction companies that think this is the case. Now, perhaps people could speak up as well and be like, I don't really want to live in that. And people who have shorter names will have an uptick in people renting. People with longer names maybe have a harder time. And then companies will change lickety-split.
Money talks.
Money
Vote
talks.
with your dollar. Get what you want.
Yeah, elongating these names is, I don't get the appeal.
No, no, that is just ridiculous.
Yeah, but I can't think of any apartment names from America.
Well, I personally, in my neighborhood, I've never seen like a ridiculously long name. It's not happened to me in Korea. But yes, which makes me think maybe this is some kind of new trend.
It has to be like a new build trend.
I think it's somehow cool for today, but it's not. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not clever. Stop it.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, all right. Well, then let's get into a couple of our questions today. First, we could go into this. What foreign words do you think Koreans most use in their daily life?
it's probably technology words. I was thinking those like computer, hand phone, although technically we don't actually, it's not, phone is a foreign word.
Hand is also foreign, it's just together it doesn't make a word.
Yeah, but you think mouse,
mouse
is the same.
Exactly.
Like computery things, or any kind of technology, I would think is just the thing that we talk about the most.
Mic.
Yeah. What else would there be? I guess perhaps food words for foreign foods.
Apartment.
But they say aparte.
Yeah.
So they make it different.
Shorter. Well, there's aircon.
Aircon, yes. In England we say aircon.
We say AC. But yeah, there's plenty. In fact, there's very fun videos online of interviewing Koreans and telling them to explain something without using foreign words. And the inventive ways that people get around it, or people giving up quite easily, is very fun to see.
Oh yeah, the exclamations, like "Oh my God," or those little sort of filler.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's when they really find it difficult to not use the English ones.
Exactly.
I think English is a great eater of other languages. I think unlike a lot of other languages around the world, we're just as terrible for stealing other people's words for things.
Well, English is very good at stealing everyone's words. Yeah, exactly. There's no English, there's just a bunch of different languages that have compiled into what we speak.
Yes.
Which brings me to my next question. What are the most common sort of foreign languages studied in the UK?
Well, we've got to start with the traditional ones. Obviously, French. France is the neighbour country, and we've had a lot of wars with them. We've been friends with them. We love them, but we hate them. That kind of terrible brothers situation. So still a lot of people learn French. Spanish.
Oh, okay.
Another really useful language. Is it the third most spoken language in the world?
Something like that.
Chinese, English, Spanish. Something like that.
It's something like that.
Mandarin, Chinese, English, Spanish. Chinese has risen massively in popularity, and particularly in the UK, we have quite a sizable and ever-growing Chinese population, especially since the whole Hong Kong debacle, increasing immigration from China. So I think that, and with China being on the rise as a powerful country, a lot more people are learning that.
Exactly.
So undoubtedly that will have a greater and greater impact on English. We'll start stealing a ton of Chinese words.
Oh, I'm sure.
Undoubtedly.
Yeah. That's why I kind of liked the TV series called Firefly, because they would always mix in Chinese words, because it was set in the future. So it was kind of like that kind of idea through it. Anyways, I will not talk about Firefly, but ask me in person and I will tell you all about it. However, before you do try to seek me out, please don't. Please go ahead and look at that vocabulary. And if and when you do meet me, you can use them to your heart's content. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Overlook.
Overlook.
Egregiously.
Egregiously.
Opulence.
Opulence.
Elongate.
Elongate.
Undermine.
Undermine.